Hello to you, my friends. This is now Lakshmi coming to you with another astrological cosmic forecast, an update of what's going on this week, all as an inspiration to be your best self, because we are elevating humanity for a better world and using the great wisdom of our cosmos. And yes, let's just dive in right away. There's a lot to talk about. Just like June, July is pretty packed. It's a bit of a different energy, just because we are in the warm embrace of Cancer. The sun is in Cancer, so is Mercury and Venus. So definitely shift of gears from Gemini that we had in June. And also the fact that Mars is in direct motion. And I want to talk about that. I've got my notes here so I can stay on point. And I want to start with the Sun, Mercury, and Venus. All those three great, beautiful stars, planets, are in the sign of Cancer. So what does that mean and how you might experience it? And again, it always so depends on what's going on in your chart. But overall, Cancer is our emotions. So a lot of emotions might be felt right now and things that are coming up to the surface also as a result from the period of Mars in retrograde that was cutting through a lot of cords, and we really had to dive in and dig into past stuff. And we're looking at like from 2013, 14, 15, and things that have come up to the surface for us to face, to complete and whatnot. And that might bring a lot of emotions, and with those emotions and the feelings also the sense of security that might be up for many of you, because Cancer is also our emotional security, and so many triggers that might appear in your life to examine that, of where you feel not safe or not secure, especially on the emotional level, because again, Cancer is our emotions. So on the emotional level, the security issues might come up for many of you. And because we have Venus in the picture, for many of you, you're going to experience that in your relationships also. The question of security and emotions and emotional security. Now, I want you to really make sure that you nurture yourself during this time. Nurture yourself. If you are in a relationship, nurture your relationship as well. If it's a romantic partnership, and also all of your close relationships, those people that are really close to your heart. And I talked about this last week, your soul family. Nurture those relationships, and most importantly, really nurture your relationship with yourself. And especially right now, be gentle with yourself, be soft with all these emotions and feelings and all kind of triggers that might be up for you. So that's where I'm going to bring in the fact that Mars is in direct motion. And I know I talked about this last week. And here's the thing, it is a big hurrah, Mars going direct. But here's the thing, is that Mars is a fast-moving planet, and Mars likes to move. Mars did not like to be in retrograde. It's the action planet. It likes to move, and it likes to move fast. And here's the thing that you might be experiencing, because even though Mars is in direct motion, it's gonna take him a little bit to actually pick up some speed. So it's still moving quite slow. I mean, it's still in the same degree in Scorpio, 23 degrees of Scorpio. And it's not going to pick up like full speed until the end of the month, and actually more in early August. But what I want to say about that is it is a go time. So anything that you've been contemplating to start, to do, to create, then go. And I mentioned that last week. This is go time. Go, go, go. But don't get frustrated if things are not moving as fast as you would like them to move right now. And so for many of you, that might bring a lot of frustration. There's just frustration of like, oh my God, I'm moving forward, I'm creating, I'm putting so much energy into whatever it is, and it might not be moving so fast. So just be, again, patient and learn how to nurture yourself and be gentle with yourself, and really focus your intention on what it is that you want to create. That's another thing with Mars. It can be very laser focused. Sometimes it's tunnel vision, but let's take the higher expression of that and really focus, really zoom in with all of your power, with all of your passion, with all of your vitality. Focus on what it is that you want to create. And then start taking the action steps. Like, that's the goal. Like, you've got to take the action steps, even if it's one little step, and don't get frustrated if it doesn't move as fast. And the other piece that I want to bring into all this with taking the action, and especially right now with all this energy of Mars moving forward, things are going to speed up again more towards the end of the month and into August. But the bottom line is that you've got to take this step. Like, we have moved through so many layers and cut so many crap and attachments and patterns and whatnot, and it's like, okay, go time. And remember, we still have Neptune square Saturn, and that's a big factor, and it's going to go on pretty much the entire year. And the way I see it, and why is it so important to really take those action steps right now and pour your love, intention, energy, and passion into the life that you want to create, but not just in like, oh, I'm just going to set my intention and meditate on it. It's like Neptune squares Saturn says that you can just meditate your dreams and desires into being. Like, it's not either or, but you can just sit on your ass, be passive, and just dream about it. That's the whole Saturn-Neptune square. It's like, you've got to take action. And Saturn in Sagittarius, it's really asking us, like, okay, you've got all these desires, all these dreams, all this inspiration, all this spirituality, the spiritual concepts. That's Neptune. And Saturn says, well, what are you going to do about it? Like, Saturn is the physical reality. It's time and space. Like, what are you actually going to do about it? And in Sagittarius, it's also asking us, how much are you willing to expand? How much are you willing to expand your life and your horizons and actually go for your dreams and your desires? And also with Sagittarius, it's truth. Like, what truth needs to be faced? And to be gentle with yourself. The Cancer theme comes back again of, okay, face your truth, whatever the internal truth is, the fears that you need to face, and not judge yourself that, oh, I'm not enlightened because I have all these fears and thoughts, but actually be gentle with yourself. Face whatever truth needs to be faced and go for it regardless. All right? Now, the last thing that I want to mention here is, with Mars going direct, and even though it's still slow, it's forming a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful aspect to Venus. Actually, today, this is July 6th when I'm recording this, Wednesday, Venus trining Mars. So if you are feeling frustrated and a little bit impatient, just bring that Venus energy. It's love, it's harmony, it's beauty. Find the things in your life that bring you into a state of harmony, that bring you into a state of relaxation and ease and creating more beauty in your life, and let that beauty really fuel your passion and your action. A beautiful aspect when it comes to relationships with Venus trining Mars. So for those of you that are not in relationships, it's a really great time to maybe start something new or explore something that you've been wanting for a while. And if you are in a relationship, again, nurture your relationship. Maybe take a little trip, do something romantic, do something a little bit different, and enjoy each other. Now, Venus is in a very interesting aspect, and that's going to felt more strongly tomorrow, July 7th. It's a big day. There's a lot happening. Venus is squaring Uranus, and when it comes to relationships again, and even finances, it might cause some unexpected or unpredictable factors coming into the picture. Uranus is all about upgrading and thinking out of the box, and sometimes it can be shocking, but Uranus is revolution. So we are looking at the major themes of revolution right now and evolution at the same time, because we have Pluto in the picture as well. So the invitation is to, within yourself, what is evolving, what needs to evolve to really create a revolution for yourself in your own life. And then you can take it into your relationships as well. What needs to evolve, what aspect in the relationship needs to evolve to create that revolution. And then we take it in the larger picture, and we are in these great times of so many shifts and so many changes. What is evolving? What needs to evolve in order for this revolution to take place? And it's already taking place, and we feel it in the world with all kind of shifts and movement and political issues, and it's all a big part of this evolution process, and evolution that leads to revolution and creating something new. So that is a big theme for this week. And the last piece that I want to bring into this is, and that's going to happen more tomorrow, July 7th, 7/7, big day for us. And if you look at 7/7, 16 is 7 too, right? 1 + 6. Just saying, number 7 is very, very powerful to begin with. But tomorrow, well, first of all, we've got the Sun conjuncting Mercury. Mercury is our mind, our intellect, and communication. So communication is going to be emphasized in the next few days. And with the Sun conjuncting Mercury, on the other side of it, we've got Pluto opposing the Sun and Mercury. So Pluto is the planet of evolution and really digging deep and transforming the existing into something greater. So I want to invite you right now to communicate the next few days this week, to communicate important personal matters, whatever it is, to the people that you love, people in your life, family, to really communicate. Communication is being emphasized for the next few days, definitely, with the Sun conjuncting Mercury and Pluto opposing that. There might be communication breakthroughs that are happening. And with this Mars direct motion, if it's things that you've been maybe boiling for a while and you've been wanting to communicate, you've been wanting to express, this is the go time of maybe seeing a breakthrough happening within yourself and in your relationships that is going to be a result of a very transparent, honest, centered, and powerful communication. I want to invite you to go for it if you need to, and really experience the evolution of the relationship, of yourself, through that act of communicating with truth, with honesty and transparency. And with Cancer in the picture, it's also vulnerability. Even though Cancer, it's the crab and it has that shell, underneath it, there's a soft belly. There's a lot of vulnerability and sensitivity. And I really want to encourage you, if you are in the situation of communicating, especially with your loved ones, to be not just honest but vulnerable, and not be afraid to actually reveal your deepest truths and uncover what needs to be uncovered. But that can only be a result of you being completely vulnerable and sharing your truth in order to expand that relationship, to expand yourself, to expand the situation. yeah, I definitely want to encourage that. A lot is happening tomorrow, but we're gonna ride that wave of whatever is being triggered tomorrow in the days to come and all the way into next week. So that's my message for you today. So I appreciate you. So I appreciate your support, and thank you for listening. I hope this served you well. If you're interested in a personal reading with me and so much more, please go to my website, noalakshmi.com. As always, I am sending you tons and tons of love and light. You are awesome, you are beautiful, and just stay just the way you are. Be your best self, because we are elevating humanity for a better world. If you like this video, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can find me on Facebook, and you just keep being the most amazing, amazing being that you can be. Sending you so much love. Sat now.